Good evening, Lizzie Boys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to finally be reviewing G3 Deuce. I feel like most people forget that this doll happened. Like, I swear, I've never seen anyone talk about him since he was revealed on that eBay listing and people bid it up to $400 as a joke. I do not recall anyone talking about him. I saw, like, one review of him, and it was from my friend who got him as PR from Mattel. That's literally it. I swear nobody's talked about this guy. So, today I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna talk about this guy. He looks pretty cool. Pretty standard stuff. I actually haven't reviewed a G3 Basic in a few months, since I already have all the main ones, including Ghoulia and Toralei, so Deuce was the only one I was waiting on. Yeah, okay, let's do this the way we usually do. I have to say that we gotta get started, so let's get into it. Yeah. So starting us off, Deuce has a pretty standard box. There's basically nothing special about it, except that his art and name is on it. Frankie and Claudine are in the background, and I like how they stylized his name, it looks pretty cool. Deuce's artwork is okay to me. It's definitely not as bad as some of the other G3 artworks that we've gotten. He's got his ugly pet, and his mediocre clothes, and his shoes look so much better in the artwork than they do in person. It's mostly because of the paint detailing that's not on them in person. So Deuce's monster type is the Ghoulist Gorgon. His monster must-haves are his sunglasses and snake hair wax, and his monster pet is Perseus. That's his little creature on his shoulder. You know, the creature. So with that, we've gone over everything we need to. So let's just rip this guy out of the box and see if he lives up to the non-existent hype surrounding him. Do y'all ever eat, like, really hot pizza for lunch and then, like, you just have burns on the roof of your mouth for the rest of the day? Because that's what happened to me. Okay, so here he is. Here's his dumb little face. Turn the camera so you guys can actually see his dumb little face. There we go. I actually got a pretty even face on this one. Yeah, he looks good. I got one where the head was detached from the body before, so I'm just checking to make sure that his head is attached, and so far it is. I've also heard that a lot of Deuces have a defect on the phone, where he has Laguna's icons instead of his own. And yeah, mine has the same defect. He has Laguna's phone screen instead of, like, his own unique one. That's kind of funny. He has a restraint around his neck. I don't know how I didn't notice that. It's pretty visible. But I almost beheaded him by not cutting that, so gotta do that. Don't forget about it. Don't forget it. So there we go. Let's get the rest of his stuff out before we actually talk about him. Like, we gotta free his ugly little creature down here. Ew. Gotta free his accessories, like his sunglasses that he really should be wearing because he'll be killing people otherwise. Not, like, killing them, but, like, turning them to stone, which I'd say is a fate worse than death. Because when you're stone, how do you do things like breathe? I feel like that's an important question that more people should be asking. And here is Deuce's apron, which is on a hanger for some reason. Makes no sense. I'm glad they brought back his love of baking. I actually forgot that that was part of his character, so this is his little apron that he can wear while baking, although all it'll protect is his pants, which aren't that important. Oh, that's much better. I gotta harvest the art. I accidentally ripped it here, but it looks normal, so I'm just gonna cut it the way I usually do. Yeah. Throw that with the others. That's his box taken care of. Everything stayed together, all the trash stayed in there, which is good because my floor is very clean right now and I don't want it to get not clean. Okay, let's pay attention to him again now. I think the most impressive thing about this doll is the denim jacket. Feels nice. It actually feels like some sort of denim. It's definitely not real denim. It's not as stiff as real denim would be, but it's pretty cool. I like this little orange snake on the side too. Pops out in a good way. I still think it's dumb that he's wearing a snake shirt. Like, we get it. He's a Gorgon. He's a snake. But I just think it's a little redundant. It's like how they gave Toralei a shirt with a cat on it. Like, we know she's a cat. His pants have some... These pants are so cheap. They feel like yoga pants. This material is very not what I would have expected. I don't know, I just think maybe they should have used some, like, denim material on them, too. It's nothing awful or anything. It's not like it's a terrible, cheap material, I think. But, you know, it just feels different. It looks good, though. I like the snake on the side. I like the little snake stripes on both sides. It's cool. Trying to make this guy stand on his own. See if he can do it. I guess that's kind of what I was going for. Move this away to prove that he's standing on his own. And there we go. I did it. I made him stand on his own. So, I covered his eyes already with the sunglasses, but you can see that they're not resting on his face right. And it's because of this side-swept snake hairstyle. There needs to be a bigger gap for his sunglasses so they can sit on his face correctly, because they look weird. I can't get them to stay on the way they're supposed to. But I guess we could just take them off for the rest of the review. His legs are bending again. Look at this. He can't stand up straight. Here's his face. He's got a lot of individual hairs drawn on his eyebrows. Interesting look. I wish he had a more neutral expression. The smirk feels a little childish. Like, it's not bad or anything. It's a good expression. It's a cool sculpt. But I would just like to see them switch it up so that they don't all have this face. Yeah, I think they should give him the Zoolander face. This is his backpack thing. It's kind of like a giant fanny pack, and you can put your thumb in there. I put my pointer finger in there, though, because he's not worthy of sticking my... Okay, maybe he is. Pretty squishy bag. It's got this snake on it, and it's all purple otherwise. Not bad. Definitely goes with his color scheme. And, of course, we've already gone over this guy. It weighs like nothing. No thoughts. Head empty. He also comes with this hydro flask thing with his mom's face on it. This is his snake hair wax, conveniently labeled wax. So you don't think that he comes with makeup, because he's a boy. Boy don't wear makeup. Boy wear wax on snake hair. But yeah, I don't think they would have molded this word onto anything else. They would have molded a word on anything else if it wasn't a boy doll. This would have just been like a little thing. Yeah. And the final things that he comes with are this cupcake that he baked. It's got a snake on top of it because he's disgusting and feasts upon his own kind. And his phone case that also has a snake on it. Because do you know he's a snake? You know he's snake? You know he has snake hair? Snake phone case too. Ugh, my eye itches so bad. I wanted to continue the video, but I can't take it. Okay, I just got back from the bathroom. Real quick, I want to show you guys this Ruby that I bought. Don't know why I got her. I think I wanted to ship her with Junior High Violet, because I like Ruby and Violet as a couple. But yeah, she's kind of cute. Like, she's ugly, but she's cute, you know? Like him. I put him in a little pose. He's holding the creature like this, because I thought that'd be kind of funny. I would say the jacket does kind of limit his mobility. I kind of struggled to get him to lift his arm like this. Oh, yeah, and there's these little ties holding his jacket onto his shirt. I need to cut those. So now that it's cut, we can open his jacket and reveal that his shirt is a sleeveless top. Kind of nice. Here I'll try to show you what I mean about the mobility. Like, you have to, like, bend him a certain way to get his arm up here to touch his sunglasses. It still works, it's just that the jacket does sort of limit his mobility just the tiniest bit. It's really not that bad, I guess. But it is still something noticeable, something to be aware of if you do decide to order this doll. By the way, he's available on Amazon. I think the reason most people don't have him is because he's an Amazon exclusive and they don't realize that he exists. So, yeah, this guy's on Amazon. He's like 25 bucks like everyone else. He might only be 20, because the other dolls dropped down to 20 on Amazon, so there's a chance that he did too. I don't know though, don't quote me on anything. I never reference a word that I say. I really want to highlight his shoes because they're a gorgeous sculpt. Like, the sculpt work is amazing here, but the paint detail is so minimal that it barely highlights anything. They didn't paint in the laces, they didn't paint in the snake face. I just feel like some paint would go a long way. The bottom of his shoes are just snakeskin, but some detailing on these gorgeous shoes would go a long way. I really do think that it would help highlight the details of the sculpt. That's one of my biggest complaints with G3 so far. the shoes are well sculpted, but rarely get the amount of detail that they need to properly show off that sculpt, if that makes sense. Okay, so his arm came off, but look at the size of this peg. Look at the size of this thing. No wonder it's difficult to make him move. This is the fattest peg I've ever seen. This is huge. This is massive. I was just trying to make him hold his phone. Dude. That is a straight up void. Do you guys remember how thin the connections used to be? That is huge. Okay. Just put your arm back on, dude. I wanted to see how well he could hold his phone because the connection is the same as everyone else's. And the answer is pretty good. Holds it on his pointer finger pretty easily. But I did also want to test out the thumb to see if they modified the hole at all or if he has like the same hand size as the ghouls. Yeah, he's got the same hand size as the ghouls. So there we go. You can hold his telephone. Telefono. So with that, we've covered all that Deuce has to offer. Overall, he's a pretty cool doll. Definitely a bit underrated because, as I've mentioned, I swear nobody has this guy. Except for people who, like, were either sent him by Mattel or wanted to be a completionist, because I swear I don't see anyone buy this guy. Even mine was a gift. I didn't buy him. My parents bought him for me. But yeah. Overall, he's pretty cool. I'd give him about a 7 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and as always, I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!